Thank you. Now we're coming to our special guest, Dr. Patricia Rogers, who is going to sum up everything that the Three Kings has shared with us. Now, Daniel, would you kindly introduce our special guest today?
Yes, with pleasure. Hi, Patricia. Hi. So, Dr. Patricia Rogers is a retired corrections lieutenant with 29 years of service in law enforcement, a 12-year veteran in the US Army and a graduate of St. Thomas University. She's a visibility strategist and an award-winning international public speaker, an international best-selling author, business consultant, and she also hosts a virtual event and organizes. She created a foundational company called Unity in Service Inc., which is committed to creating speaking opportunities for business owners worldwide and takes pride in its effort to support the global business community. Patricia, welcome very much to the Father's Talk Show. Please.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Please tell us why you're here.
Oh, wow. Okay, can you all hear me? Okay, first and foremost, let's make sure this sound is right.
We can.
Yes. I guess you all, to begin with, I hope that you all heard my credentials, because I have a couple of single men here on this platform, and that lets you know all about me and know that I am available. That's a joke. Take it serious. Don't take it serious.
There's no such thing as a joke.
Listen, I couldn't help but go there, because that was not part of my script. But you guys set the tone. Y'all set the tone, because you hit on some major themes. Definitely. I love the questions that you asked, Dr. Margaret. Those were awesome questions, and I love all the responses. And I kept wondering, how am I going to bring this thing together? Well, I said, because I'm not a man, but you know what? I can certainly say I can relate to the single parent, the system as it relates to single parenting. Because most cases, children are, the mother does take over. In most cases, she's left with the children. And the first thing I want to tap is about the statistics that I learned, and just dealing with Margaret and on this subject. Statistically, according to the data that I read from the United States Census Bureau, there are about 2.18 million single fathers in the United States. And that was based back in that statistic was around 2020. And I didn't know that. I never even thought about it, because it's just customary, according to society, the way what we see is that women normally take care of the children. So I'm really alarmed today just to hear you guys. I'm not even gonna say guys, you kings, on this platform. You all have raised the bar for me. And I want to congratulate you personally, because that's not always the case. You all have some awesome stories, and my story is a little bit different. I raised 2 children on my own, and I didn't get a dime of child support. So what do? I pat myself on the back. But I pat you all on the back more so because you took on the challenge. And most of all, you realized the need, because children do need to be in a loving home, whether it's 2 parents there or not, because sometimes we all know that those 2 parents in the home, the place can be it's even more tumultuous than, by a single parent. But I can relate to a lot of things that you all said. And again, I congratulate you today for saying yes to this call. I'm excited to be here. And I really admire y'all transparency. Come on, give yourself some energy. Come on. Because a lot of people will not be honest, especially when you know that you're going to be recorded. How about that? So I want to say kudos to you for that. And the first question she talked about was co-parenting. And when Daniel spoke, I heard Daniel say something. What I heard was expectations. He went in expecting this relationship, we're going to reciprocate whatever we're putting out. This is what it's going to be. But life throws us curveballs. But I admire you because you stood the test of time. You went through the challenge, and that's a bonus. And then we had Lucian talked about what I heard you talk about, co-parenting. I heard you said something about denying yourself. And that's powerful because we have to deny ourselves. And a lot of times parents, relationships, because a lot of people are having babies out of wedlock. Y'all know how that goes. Nowadays, the young people are just, they go together, get together, they make the baby, and then they live together. And when it don't go right, guess what they do? Nowadays, they just say, let me just shoot you and you gone. And then the father's off to prison, the mother off to prison, whichever one, and the children are left with no one to take care of them. So we use our children sometimes as pawns, and I heard that word ego. I'm not sure who used that word ego, but somebody used that word ego. And that's exactly what I think. Sometimes the ego gets in the way. And then in relationships, we find ourselves using the children to punish one another. And that is definitely not a safe environment for the children. And so I'm just telling you guys have really rocked and rolled this conversation and these questions today. Because it's real, and people need to hear this video. I know I'm going to share it out because, and I hope I know that it'll fall on the right ears, but you all need to they need to listen to this because I'm sure that this is a subject that's not often talked about. And like Margaret said, we made history today because this is Valentine's Day, and you all are our three kings for today. And Margaret, I've been hosting events now online since the pandemic. I've hosted over 50 some odd events, and I have to say kudos to you because you're right. No one that I've seen they've done something for women, but I have not seen this. So I'm so happy and grateful to be a part of it. And then when John spoke about the co-parenting, he talked about identifying, and he talked about a little bit about having a support system, and he used that word flexible. Flexibility is very, very, very essential, in my own opinion, in any relationship, whether it's male, female, son, daughter, whatever it is. We have to be flexible because no two people are the same. And I know the clock is ticking, but y'all got me fired up right now. And I'm okay with that because at the end of the day, I want to share a little bit of my story. I had a lot of things to talk about, but I want to hit this right here. I'm going to make y'all laugh now. Being a single mother, one thing a mother cannot do, and that is I cannot teach my son to be a man. And when we're women, and you all talked about it too, when she asked that question about how do you balance the work life? How do you balance that? Well, that was my challenge. I worked up to 72 hours beyond the 40 hours of pay period, 56 hours, extra 40, whatever it took, because the overtime was rampant. And it was good. I had making good money, and I had 2 kids to raise by myself. So I wanted to give them the best of everything because that's what we do. I didn't have it, so I'm gonna make sure they had it. Is it always the right thing, the way we look at it? But that's just the way we think, because we don't want them to go through what we went through with. So I worked a lot of overtime, had a good life. They had everything that they needed and still get what they needed, And one day, me and my son was sitting down, me and my son and my daughter every now and then. That's one thing I do want to say. We have to take those moments to have that effective communication. And if we don't stop and sit the children down and find out where their heads are, and that's something that work prevents us from doing, and the different responsibilities that we have as a parent, it stops us from doing that. And we don't think that it's really, really important, but it really is. And I heard, I think it was Daniel, somebody goes, they'll find themselves going to other parents when we really, really, really should have them coming to us because we need to know, we have a right to know. But at any rate, so my son and my daughter and I, we were sitting down talking one day. So I said, so we was just kind of airing out some things, just talking, chit chat. My son brought up the fact. He said, well, Mom, he's 30 something years old now. My daughter's 41 or 42. He says, Mom, you didn't nurture me. You didn't nurture me. I said, I didn't nurture you. Now here, I just told y'all I did all these hours of overtime. They always had what they wanted. Went to private school. I did everything I thought I was supposed to do as a mother, which I did. It was correct. But to hear him tell me that at 30 years old, you telling me now that I didn't nurture you? First of all, I didn't know what that word nurture meant at that time because I didn't use that word. But then I used my own terminology. I said, you telling me that I didn't nurture you? He said, yeah, Mom, you really wasn't there a lot of times because you was working all the time. I said, well, let me ask you this about nurture. What did you want me to do? Keep you on my breast till you 40 years old? So, I'm like, so we got a good laugh out of that, and I tell when we sit at the dinner table with my relatives, I tell them that story and they all crack up because we have all can relate to the things that the children feel and go through and whatever. And when we are older, we cannot turn back the hands of time. I cannot turn back the hands of time, but if I could, I would relinquish the overtime that I put in. That's if I knew then what I knew now. On the other hand, I'm going in because there's a paradox to this thing. I don't regret 1 minute of the overtime that I put in because they're gone. Technically, they're grown, they're doing their thing, and now I'm in my retirement, and I'm living my best life. And had I not done that overtime, based on the highest 5 years of my 29 years, honey, I wouldn't be where I am today financially. So it's a little bit of regret, but at the end of the day, since I get the last call and I'm on my final stage of my life, I ain't got no regrets. Everything was done just the way it was supposed to be. Christianity is the last thing I want to hit on. Spirituality. You got to have a power greater than yourself. Whoever could be a doorknob, I don't care what it is, but it has to be a power greater than you, greater than me, that we can believe in, because that's where we're going to get our strength from. And we talked about those support systems. I heard the church come up. Basically, church was my family. They helped raise me. Back in the day, that was when the parents would take kids home with them, different ones of them. I was the last of 8, so that was, parents had a lot of kids, different ones. They worked together as a unit. And community, as it relates to support systems, church, communities, are definitely, we know the school is a babysitter. We don't even have to talk about that. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, we all need love. We all need to be heard. And even with my daughter, she's here with me now, 40 years old, 41 or 42, 1 or 2. She's out the door going to work, crazy hours. I'm sitting at this computer all day long, 8 hours a day. I can sit here because this is what I do. This is what makes me happy. But I know I'm bringing in money too in my business. And I just love people. And that's why I host those events, because I love to see people succeed. But even in this, my daughter's with me. And sometimes I'm thinking, you haven't talked to her today. She'll come in, and I'm at this computer. She'll come over and kiss me on the cheek. And I'm so busy. And sometimes I have to catch myself. And I spin away from this chair, and I say, how you doing? I say, give me a bigger hug than that. Because we get so engrossed into what we're doing. But I don't care how old we are, we need love. So I have to think to myself, sometimes I get out of my room and go in her room. How do you feel? Give me a hug. Because I can't make up for what I didn't do, but I can certainly take it from here one day at a time and make it better. And this is what it's all about. I live for my children, the legacy. We didn't tap on the legacy. That's the last thing I'm going to type on, the legacy. We have to leave a legacy for our children. And again, I commend you all, because it sounds like to me, you all have done your job. You have stood the test of time. And I certainly have been inspired today by you all. And again, I am a baby. My name is Dr. Patricia Rogers, Visibility Strategist, and I am the CEO of Unity in Service, where people need people. That was a joke.
Thank you. That is awesome. Thank you, Dr. Patricia Rogers, taking the time and spending it with our fathers. Thank you so much. And your words of wisdom, the unique words you have spoken. Thank you. I appreciate you. To all the 3 kings that says yes today to this schooling, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you. Come on, guys. I want to say thank you. I want to celebrate you.
Awesome. Come on. Wave your hand in there.
Hey.
Wave your hand like you just don't care.
So we just really want to celebrate you. Thank you so much. And I want to say thank you to all our viewers out there. Really appreciate you because you are all things. We have talked and we have shared and we understand what you're going through. So we just want to simply say there is support out there and don't be afraid to ask for that support. Now, I'm just going to ask each individual one of you here, if somebody wants to work with you, wants to reach out with you, how can they reach out to you? Dr. Patricia Rogers, please, how can our fathers, if they want to work with you, I'm sure there are fathers out there who've got businesses who needs kind of spotlight into their business. Can you just share something?
Or who want a date?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. So you hear Daniel trying to stir up some stuff. He got his wife, he got his woman. Now he trying to push y'all over the ledge. Don't fall for it. But at any rate, thank you so much. Okay, so yes, I do host virtual events. As a gift for you guys being here today, I would really like to invite you all to come to our upcoming event on February the 23rd. I am going to gift you a complimentary ticket because, and I'm gonna say this, we have very few men on our platforms today in society. Y'all know it. In some of the events that we host. So you all would definitely be our special guest, and we would definitely be asking you to introduce yourself, and then we're gonna certainly let them know that we met you through Margaret Thorli, because she will be a speaker at this event. So we talk about support for our children, where we need support too for our efforts that we're putting out in life. And so I'm gonna have her and I will gift you all a complimentary ticket. It'll be on the 23rd from 1 to 5 p.m. So if you can just come for a little time and just stick your head in right at the beginning, you could leave and just close your camera and leave. If you have to do something else, but we would love for you to break the ice with us, show up and come and just join us at our event. And we will be sending you a virtual background. And as for speaking, I would also love at some point maybe to reach out to you. I think she's having her very first virtual event, and I'm sure she'll be reaching out to you all with the information, the details. And I'm certainly asking you all to support her, because setting a platform for people to speak, be heard, everybody needs to hear your message. So with that, and her event is going to be Love and Relationships in the 21st Century. So it's not just about man and female. What is your passion? I'm in love with my business. I've never been so happy in my life. So I'm just saying, so it's not just male and female, it's whatever your passion is. And that's what we have. And my calendar link is at the bottom of this, my video here. Gotta correct it. It's here. So if anybody want to reach out to me to be a speaker at our future events, July, we have October, we have March, all of those months coming up. They can schedule on my calendar link at calendly.com. Pat Rogers, and that would be /chat. Let's chat, and I'll fix that. Thank you so much for allowing me that opportunity, Margaret.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Rogers. Thank you. What about you, Daniel? I mean, I know you do some amazing work with the men already. How can they reach you?
Yeah, so if someone wants to talk a little bit more about letting go, whether it's letting go around a relationship or a business or anything, finance, health, then they can contact me on clearthepath.co.uk, where email is danield@clearthepath.co.uk.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that. What about you, John? I know you do social media. So please, if somebody wants to reach you, how could you help them? Or even just to talk to you? How?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram and YouTube. The Instagram ID is John Wargeese, all one word, UK, number 1. With over 25 years experience in media, video, content creation, training videos, anything like that. If you want to reach out to me, I'm sort of working with other charities at the moment. So if you've got a project in mind and need some advice, then please reach out. Can't get the details, so you can reach out to Margaret. She's the connector in between. So that's me. Thank you.
Thank you. Lucia, more about you. You did this amazing, background. All the background that you're seeing right now is created by Lucia. Amazing. Let's just give my hand upload. You did some amazing work, So how could they reach you? Because you've got so much gift, and I say to you, you got eye for color. So if they want to reach you, how could they reach you?
Okay, I have a website which is on www.throneroom, which is THRONE, Throne Room Designs, which is DESIGNZ.co.uk. Also, I'm on Instagram on Throne Room Designs. So if anybody's looking for anything print-based or digital work, especially those that are setting up businesses and they want small websites, business cards, branding, anything like that, anything graphical, as I said, digital or print-based, feel free to hit me up. My email as well is create, which is CR8 at Throne Room Designs, that's designs with a Z.co.uk. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you very much as we're coming towards the end of the Father Talk Show, Kings in the Conversation. I want to take this amazing opportunity to say to our special guest, Dr. Patricia Rogers, thank you so much for honoring and being here with us. Let's say thank you. And I want to say thank you to John to being here for us as well. Come and share his journey, his story. Come on, let's honor him. Thank you. Thank you. Come on, guys. This is today. We've made history.
You made history.
We made history. And I want to say thank you to you as well, Louis Shem, for the time and the great work that you have put supporting.
Come on.
Come on, let's say
Get
Come
those
on,
hands
with your
up.
hand in the air like you just don't care.
Grateful
And obviously, my co-host Daniel, I want to
Yes.
say a special thank you. You have been alongside with me, running with me from the time I shared the dream, the journey. You just say yes, and you've been here since. And I want to say thank you. And of course, to all our viewers out there, the kings all out there, I want to say thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you soon. And yes, we need some men speakers. You can reach us at the Father Talk Show in Facebook, margaretthorli.com. You can reach us on the website, which is Let's Change Your Life with Margaret Thorli. And there are some amazing training and videos there as well, the work that we've been doing. I want to say thank you so much. God bless you all, and I hope to see you soon.
Bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.